wanna be dependent. I need money never ending. I'm talking 100%. I need the only you rent it. Word.
My bad. There we go. Can you hear me? I don't know. I think you guys can hear me. I think I'm off mute. But what's up, guys? This is another episode of Rags to Riches. Every week, twice a week, where we kind of inform you, drop gems about real estate, things that we're involved in, and how you can get better as an entrepreneur in the real estate game. I think Jabs is about to hop on here in a second. I probably shouldn't have hung up. But we were going to go over, I think before we talked off, we're going to revisit something that you guys were asking about, what you guys kind of needed, which was kind of comping deals live, because a lot of people are like, where can you find deals? How can you find deals? So what we'll do is right here. Oh man, yeah, his system going through it right now. Yeah, Jab system going through it right now. I don't know what exactly going on. The devices, but yeah, I don't know. He might he might have to not be on for a minute, but he's gonna situate that. But we know that last time you guys were asking about how do we comp deals, how do we kind of run into deals, just straight from the jump. So what we're gonna do is comp deals live, find deals live. We might even talk to some agents. We might talk to some sellers. We're gonna kind of see how the day flows. So what I usually do if I was starting from the very beginning and I was doing real estate and I was like, hey, I want to get into investing the right way this time, not the way I was doing when I was calling wholesalers. What I would do is hop on Zillow or hop on, whatever kind of software you do have at your hands. Zillow is free for everybody, so you should, if you have internet access, you should be able to have Zillow. So I would hop onto Zillow. I'm gonna do this live. I'm gonna flip my camera over. I'm gonna show y'all hand on. We're gonna call some agents. It may be 7 o'clock, but I mean, if they're trying to get money, they're gonna answer the phone. I might get yelled at. That's okay. That is okay. Let me see. Let me go to my Zillow real quick. Oh man. See, one thing, if you don't have enough tabs, if you can't find tabs set, then you don't have enough tabs up. I'm gonna just make one. So yeah, we're gonna go straight to Zillow. We're gonna go to Zillow. This is how I find cash buyers. It's like how you find this is how you can find on market leads. You can find all these kind of things there. We'll kind of break down all that kind of stuff of like what I mean by what's on market leads, off market leads, how to find cash buyers. We might even put one together. Okay, I think there we go. Put one back. Okay, I thought you were going through it, man.
Dude. Okay, so my laptop just happened to crash as soon as we got started. Like literally, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like it
No
would
one
happen
should
right
make it.
now. Yeah, I think I might have to upgrade to a MacBook.
Man, I'm not trying to hear about no Mac. I just got Courtney a MacBook.
Really?
She likes it though. She likes
It's
it.
expensive, huh?
Yeah, that's why I was like, hey, I'm gonna chill my HP, so I'm gonna let her do her thing.
Already, bro.
But no, I
Already,
was
bro.
saying that we were saying that we had people reach out saying they wanted to know how to comp, how to analyze a property, straight from the jump. So what I was on plan on doing is just hopping on Zillow because that's like the most easiest thing for everybody to kind of do. Hop on Zillow, find a property. I mean,
Yep.
you might call some sellers, might call some agents. That's how you find cash buyers. Might find some cash buyers, and I mean, it'd be cool if we could lock up a deal in an hour or even less.
Ooh, that would be live.
That'd be dope. I
Like
mean, it's definitely possible.
literally.
It's definitely possible. So I was gonna do that, but I mean, why set that up? You want to kind of bring up, I mean, what's the wins this week actually? Because we haven't seen you for like almost
I
since last
know.
week Thursday.
I then I appreciate y'all's patience, man. So every I think it was last Thursday I had a Zoom. Wait, I'm sorry, Tuesday. Today's Thursday, right?
Yeah,
Damn, I'm getting my days mixed up, bro. So Tuesday I had to do a Zoom. It was a group Zoom. It was like maybe 10 of us on a Zoom. They had questions about creative financing. What was my journey like? How did I get started? How am I finding private lenders? How am I networking with people? And like they had like bunch of like a load of questions. And those people they came from the meetup that I had spoke at with Ryan Jackson. I was at one of his meetups on the Texas Tuesday, and they said, "Hey, after this, after you speak, be prepared. You know, maybe a week or two after the event, we're going to have those people. They're going to you're going to be able to spend 1 hour with them, and they're going to ask you as many questions as they can, so that you can bring value to them. They may have some questions after the meetup they may not understand or understood everything you were saying." I said, "Okay, perfect." So that's where I was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Prior to that, we had a Zoom raising capital for the multifamily deal that we're getting ready to close next month. And then I believe Tuesday, what happened on Tuesday? I cannot remember, but
It's a
it
movie.
was a whole bunch of stuff like going on. But I'm back. A few wins that I have tomorrow. Diego, right?
Absolutely.
Salazar.
Yeah, yeah.
So Diego brought me a lead. Actually, it was a deal. It was already pretty much locked up. He just needed to get the contract signed and everything.
Yeah.
And so he brought this lead, and he said, "Hey guys, I got a seller." And he asked me straight up. He was like, "Jeff, you're from Stop Six, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." By the way, Stop Six is a hood in Fort Worth. Just letting y'all know.
Yeah.
But they're gentrifying over there, and I love every bit of it. They're doing a lot of new builds in the area. Man, it's looking amazing. But so Diego, he brought this deal over, and my partner Ben, we all got on the phone with the seller, and this guy only wants 2 grand to walk away from his property.
Oh wow.
$2,000. We're going to give him 2,000 tomorrow so that he can go ahead and move out. So um the goal with this property is to get Diego's his first buy and hold property. We're going to turn
Oh,
around
dope.
and wrap it. This will be his first buy and hold. He was like, "Man, I can wholesale this deal. If I wholesale it, I want to make 15,000." And I'm like, "Yeah, hey, bro, why don't we just partner on this thing? That way we can waive the fee."
Yeah,
And he was
exactly.
like, he said, "Hey, man, I'm down to partner. Like, I want to get my first. I would much rather get my first buy and hold out the way, and I want to see how it feels to actually close, a wrap deal."
Yeah.
So he had everything in place. I mean, he had the seller lined up, he had the contract ready, he already had the game plan strategized out. I'm like, dude, like, what more do we need? What do you need from us? And he was like, "I need someone to walk me through the entire process." So we're literally walking him through that right now.
I love
Um,
it. Yeah.
he even want to markets for the buyer. Like he wants to do everything. So, but we're gonna take a big chunk out of that. We're gonna be doing the paperwork. We're gonna be having our paralegal do all of the legalities, the legal side of everything. Um, but what was I about to say? So that's one win. We're gonna turn around and wrap this one. It's only 670 square feet. Like it's a small house, but it's updated.
600 and
It's
what?
renovated. 672 square feet. Yeah,
Bro, that's an apartment. That's
672.
smaller than an apartment.
Yeah, I know. Since we're on Zillow, we can actually look at the house.
Wait, let me, as I set up this tab on this one, so I don't want to mess with it, but I'm gonna open a new tab on it. Let me see.
Okay,
Let me see.
but yeah, it's a nice little cutie. It's a and I'm gonna take a video of it and I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel. Just kind of walking through and just talking, basically making content, just talking to
Yeah, yeah.
everybody through the process. It's a very very small. It's probably like for like a single person, not a single family, but like if you're single and you're like, look, I want to move into my first home or something like that. I got 10 to 20 to put down on the house. There's a house right there.
What's the
It's
address on it?
it should be. I got my phone on do not disturb. Try 4937 Chapman, Chapman.
Fourth.
Yes,
Let's see.
that's it right there.
602? Oh, it's
That's
not.
it.
Oh, it's really small for a 2-1 though. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't have
it's
any pictures
very
for it,
very small.
but yeah,
Oh, they don't have any pictures yet.
that's
Okay.
it's a car unit on it. That's cool. I
And
see why he only wanted $2,000 because he just got it literally
he literally just bought
like yesterday.
it.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
it yesterday. Um, okay, cool. That's what's up.
So that's one of the wins that we have right now. We're just gonna turn around, wrap it for like now. Ben, he's more aggressive than I am. I'm very, very conservative with numbers,
Mm-hmm.
but Ben has not proven me wrong yet. He's putting it out there for 225 with 22,500 down, and
225.
yep, and the
Okay.
monthly payment is going to be around 15 to 1600 per month. Right now, the PITI on this property is 1338.
Oh,
So we're gonna just kind of charge, a couple hundred more bucks to put some cash flow in our pockets. We split it with Diego. It'll be a fun deal. It's it's,
so
it's just one
are
of
you
those.
out of that? I'm sorry. Out of that 15 that you're charging, is that the PITI that you're charging, or is that just the PI from you?
No, that's gonna be the PITI,
Okay, got you.
like
Okay, cool.
total. So we're basically taking. I think his PI, like his principal and interest, is around 1100 a month,
Really?
and then we're gonna charge like 200 bucks more,
Mm-hmm.
which make our PI for our buyer 1300, somewhere around there, and then the taxes and insurance is 211 bucks a month.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's what make up the 15. Call it 1600 a month for
Yeah.
the wrap buyer.
Yeah.
So
Nice little
that's
cash flow in there, just to
yeah,
have it. And he
yeah.
bought it
It
off yesterday,
literally
so you got it for a while.
we literally it's like a fall in the lap type of a deal. So I'm like, dude, I have to take this one. So um also, so I do want to share something. I don't know if she's here, but Kayla, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude. It's like watching a child grow from their diapers to like their teenage stage up until like now they're total like they're just independent and they don't even need you anymore, bro. It is so she came in and it was crazy, but she came in here and I could see that how hungry she was. I mean, Kayla was really really hungry and she still is. But her calls, whenever we get on calls,
Oops.
that's I immediately kind of grabbed her like, hey, we got to work on your calls. We got to work on your skills. I want you to become the queen closer. And bro, I mean, me and her had a really really good talk. And from when she first started up until this call that she had with the seller today, bro, we're getting ready to lock up a seller in Florida. It's like 15 minutes away from Jacksonville. We're getting ready to lock up a seller for $10,000 on a subject to deal. 10
Oh,
grand
dope.
to him. $10,000. This is Kayla coming from a different world, just straight cash and only being direct to agent. This is a different world for her. So to me, honestly, her negotiating $6,000 to $10,000 on a
That's
subject to
big.
deal, that is huge. That is a
Absolutely.
huge win for me. Like I tell her all the time, like your success is my success because if you're not successful, I'm not. And dude, the way that it's just crazy. It's like wow. Not only did she just negotiate this deal, but she's also in the middle of negotiating a deal in Ohio. And keep in mind, these are different
Ohio's big.
markets. Like these are different markets for for the people that's only focusing on their markets that they currently live in. This is a completely different market. So you got to have like real guts to be able to negotiate with people out of state without even looking at the property. But she negotiated this lady in Ohio. It's a mobile home. She
Uh-huh.
negotiated her from $30,000 down to between 15 and 18,000,
Well, that's
and
good.
we're going to wholesale it for 25,000. So Kayla she is crushing it, bro. Like that
There you
excites
go.
me. Like
Absolutely.
I get more excited for someone else's win versus my own. I know what I'm good at. But being able to be there and have someone by your side and just watch them become successful, it's like, oh my goodness, like this is beauty right here. So
Absolutely.
not so much of me. I wouldn't say that's a win for me, but it's like it's a big win because she's part of the team, and when they grow, I grow. When they're happy, I'm happy. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
And dude, it just feels good just seeing her like grow. Like she just I can't even explain it, bro. I'm gonna have to just maybe one day just upload the calls and everybody can watch the walkthroughs of the properties that she's talking or she maybe I'll do it to where we'll have Kayla's calls recorded on a video walkthrough, if that makes sense. But dude, she
Yeah, 'cause that's what Courtney does for you, right? Like she'll do the recordings
yes,
and then yeah, yeah.
yes, yes. I want her to I want to spotlight Kayla because she's man. I can't wait till we close these deals.
That's dope. I love it. I love to see it. No, that's also what it's all about. Just know, helping someone else out when you're in the same situation. So that's what it's all
Hmm.
about. I love to hear that. No,
100%.
I had my man Dale. He ended up closing 2 deals this week, and I'm super proud
Wow.
of him because him and his brother started together, and I met them like a long time ago. And he reached back. I
Hmm.
was like, "Hey man, like my brother's not really doing this now, but like I'm still on the grind." I was like, "All right, bro, let's kind of do it." And
Right.
he went direct to agent, and the agent actually had 2 listings that like she couldn't move, and he like we worked on the negotiation, we talked it back and forth, and now the agent is like, she cool with us, she want to work with us, and most of
Mm,
all, like Dale got like his first 2 deals done as creative. He done like 2 cashes before, but he did his first 2 creative deals, and those are like one
nice.
is like no cash to seller, but they're in pre foreclosure, and the other one is like I think like 8K. So I'm like, man, and the thing is,
Wow.
like, a lot of these creative deals, they're coming like a lot. Like it's like start learning those skills because
Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of deals that coming out like out, especially now in
Yep.
summertime. It's gonna be a lot of these deals coming out. So sharpen your
Yep.
tools. Shout out to Dale. I don't know why I didn't tell Dale to be on here, but he needs to be on here. But no, that's like, I'm happy. I'm happy people are getting the deals done and getting the first one, getting their feet wet, man. That's a great feeling. That's a great
I
feeling.
agree.
And
100%.
let's see, let me see. This thing is not clicking. I don't know why it's not. Maybe I gotta refresh it. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I got
Okay,
nothing.
there we go.
There we go.
But yeah, no, I mean I love those wins. Let me see. Also got certified to do credit consultation. So I'm
There we go.
certified.
You've been waiting on
Certified.
that.
I've been waiting on it. So now I'm
Let's
certified.
go.
Got my credit repair business already up and running. That's what I've been working on for like the last like 3 months.
Hmm.
And building up the credit repair business. But helping. I think like I started off with doing business funding and business credit, and so now I'm able to help people get in that situation and all kinds of that. So that's gonna be a whole nother thing. But I love that. That's gonna be
Dude,
dope.
that's a great win right there. You may have to help me, bro, because
Yeah, I got you. Bro. I'm certified.
yo,
But no, I can definitely do that. I'm gonna start doing a course, ebook, and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be good stuff. But let's get to these cons, man. Let's you want to just start down the road and just kind of not. I don't. Can you still see my screen? Because I can only see Zillow. I can't see the other thing.
yeah, I can see Zillow.
Okay, cool. But I can't see the StreamYard. Okay, cool. So let's just go down the line. I mean, these are so what I did is I just went for sale. Went in the range of 100 to 300,000 in the Dallas area. Typically, buyers right now are looking for 3.2s. I did homes only, single family homes, and then I did at least 1,200 square foot. At least the year being 1970. Days on market at least 90 days on the market. Is there anything you want me to switch on that? You want to do lower days on market, or what you how you feel about it?
No, it's your show right now.
No, I mean yes, I mean we could just really just count these properties. I say 90 days on the market, and we just kind of go through each one. Like we'll talk about if we feel like it's. And a lot of these not even have pictures. That's the thing I hate about it.
Hmm.
Um, but we're kind of just feeling for like I want something that have more pictures so I can kind of get a good view. How are these
Yeah.
for sale and they only got one picture? Like I don't know what they expect people to do. Like this one obviously needs some work done to it. I can just tell from the outside.
Yeah, that's probably why it's. How long has that one been sitting?
Let's see. This one right here, I
Oh,
just
it,
clicked.
yeah.
Um, it's been on Zillow for 5 hours. So I don't get that.
Okay, so they
They
just
must,
posted it on
yeah, they
Zillow.
had to just post it. Let me try to sort it by oldest. It only tell me about the oldest. It said by newest. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just find something that's older. That's one day. Always have been like on the Zillow. That's why I don't do Zillow.
Yep,
Like this is exactly why I don't use Zillow.
I'm
Uh,
on prop streaming MLS. That's it.
yeah. I mean, you. I mean, the thing is, we might have to. We might have to. I didn't call you. I didn't call you. No, no one called you. Hey, no, she didn't know one called her. No one called you. No one called you, dude. All right. So I mean, okay. So what do you think about this one? This one, what would be idea for this one? It's a clean. It's a little clean house. Cute.
It is clean.
Ain't up to date. Ain't like 2023, but it's like it's cute.
That
Um,
it's definitely bigger than ours.
right. So first,
Way bigger.
I don't like the carpet though. That's one thing, but other than that, it's not a deal breaker. I mean, so initially when people are looking at houses like this, because I still get offers like this sent to me from wholesale. It's like, oh, this is at like this is at a low price because of blah blah blah. I mean, the
Hmm.
thing is, when looking at these type of properties and you're doing comps, you want to find distressed properties. Like this is obviously not a distressed property. I mean, like you have to like. I'm talking about like, I'm trying to find one so I can hopefully we can. Oh my goodness. Hopefully we can find one so I can kind of be like, this is a distressed property. Let me see. Anything catch an eye?
Oh, my computer is back up.
Yeah, I didn't even see anything on the thing. Um, let me see. Go to 30 days. Yeah, it don't even matter how many days I go to. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Zillow super. So what I'm gonna do? Oh yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go to Privy, and I think they have a lot better options.
Hmm.
So if you guys don't have Privy, I apologize. Zillow not really working right now, but the whole idea is for us to like look at properties and kind of show you like kind of what we kind of do to find properties. So I'm gonna go to active solds. I'm not gonna go through all of this. This all right, cool. So cool. There we got some markets on there. Okay, so cool. Fix and flip. Fine. So we gonna just go. Please, Louise, these prices are ooh, crazy. So here's a fewer ones on the market. I should do 75 days on market. All right. Hopefully we can. Okay, this one looked kind of promising. Okay, cool. So this is a distressed property. So this is what you guys want to look at when you find the distressed properties, like uh, paint mismatched colors. Obviously, some foundation issues with the cracks in the wall. They try to paint over. Um, Wood inside the kitchen don't make sense. All these kind of things means it's a distressed property. Been on the market for 85 days. It's in Dallas. It's actually not a bad zip code. So this is what a distressed property looks like. Obviously, the only way that they can sell this property is going through a cash offer with a. Oh, I'm out of jabs. Can you let me? Oh, let me go back to the let me go to StreamYard. Oh, we got comments and everything too. Oh, Kayla was already on here. I don't know if she came after or before you were on the thing.
I am back. Thank you.
I didn't know you were going. I couldn't even see the screen.
No, you good. I'm back on my laptop now, so we should
Okay,
be
bet.
good.
So yeah, I was going over what this one's obviously a distressed property. Like it's foundation issues. It looks like like different color wall in each room. Been on the market for 85 days, and they only can accept cash offers because lenders are not going to lend to you. Traditional lenders aren't going to lend to you with this property looking like this. Hey, look, what do you need? I'm about to turn your TV off. So yeah. So ideally, this is one that we were kind of want to comp, right? So they're asking for 250 on it, and
Mm-hmm.
and with Privy right here, we can kind of see what kind of comps are in the area. Which I mean, sheesh, this don't look like a bad deal. I don't know what's going on. If the comps are really looking like this, so when I'm looking at comps, naturally, I want to go to what's the last one that sold recently. So it looked like we got one in March, few in March, a couple in April that sold in the area. Actually, these are still on the market. Let's go to sold. Okay, so we got a couple in April, one in February, two couple in February. So the furthest I will go back is probably February. Why? Because I want to go back at least 3 months, no more than 3 months, because the market has just been shifting a lot lately. How about you? How far back do you usually go whenever you're looking at soul comps?
Yep. So I'm pretty much the same. I kind of go back 90 days within that 3 months time frame. And if I don't find anything within 3 months, then I may have to go back another 3 months, which is a total of about 6 months. Sometimes, and this is sometimes, if I can't find like anything, I will go back one full year before anybody beats me up. We're in 2023 right now. Last year was 2022, which was the height of the market. So if I find a comp, if I find something that's similar to my property or the subject property, I will discount our property, or I would discount that sold property, that the comp. I would discount it maybe between $30,000 to $50,000, because we were at the height of the market. That's when buyers were just buying way over retail. I mean, way over asking. So I would discount that property. Um, so if the house sold, I'm just using regular numbers. But if the house sold for like 220,000, then I would discount it maybe another 30 or $40,000, and I would say, okay, I'm putting my ARV around like 180, 190, somewhere around there.
Right.
That's it. That's if, just in case I can't find a comp within the last 3 months. But ideally, we would like to stay within 3 months.
Okay, cool, perfect. Yeah, I'm in the exact same way. So when that's the case, sometimes what I'll even do is I'll go ahead and take the ones that like I'm not even referring to. I'll go ahead and delete them out, so I'm not looking at them. So like these are like back in November. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. I'm gonna take these out. Now the reason why I feel like this one has been on the market for a minute, I think this is in a historical district. I think that's the reason. But let's find out. Cool. So these are the comps I still got left. Next, I would look at like the year built. I want to stay within 10 years within the year built.
Mhm.
Usually when I go like to like 1925s and stuff like that, I might stretch out to 20. Reason being, a lot of the materials the same from that range, from like 1920 to 1900 or 1900. The materials really didn't change. Where like they're like, oh, I can go back. Like it's gonna kind of be the same. So if I get to like 1920s, I can kind of go back maybe 15 to 20 more years. That's just me. That's not everybody, but that's kind of what I do. But I got some of them like within 10. Like this one is just under 10. 1920, that's like way too low. 1945, 1946. This one right here, I'm kind of interested in because it did sell and it sold for 580, and it's like right around the corner. But yeah, year built. So and then all these other kind of aspects are pretty much the same. Square footage, I usually go based off like 250. Give me 1 second. What is wrong with this girl? No.
Daddy duties, guys.
It's so weird. It's like no one is calling your name. I think really she just scared. So that's probably why. I don't know why.
Is it just you?
Yeah, it's just me and her. Courtney got
Okay,
her own podcast she's doing right now. So yeah,
gotcha.
she been moving. But yeah, so I mean the reason I'm looking at this comp right here, it just sold in February. It's the same skips as the 3-2. It's only maybe like 50 square feet off. 1 year off from the year built. Lot size is damn near the same. It's a clean looking house. There's nothing extra. Honestly, what? I'm kind
Wow.
of confused. This looks very basic for a reno.
And that sold for 580.
580. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't even understand that right now.
It has to be the area.
It has to be, but the thing is, the property that we are looking at is not that far off from like where they sold it at. Like, yeah, you got to fix the painting, you may gotta fix a roof, all that kind of stuff. But that's half ARV. That's less. That's less than. It's like 45% ARV right there, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, that's 43% ARV. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe we just stumbled upon the deal. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I mean, really, with all these comps here, I mean, nothing's under 300,000. So,
Hmm.
I don't see it's an 1,800 square foot home. I don't see you putting more than like $100,000 into it. I don't really see you doing $100,000 at all. But maybe if you did, you got. I mean, if you taking the average of these and stuff like that, I mean, you're still in a pretty good ballpark. So I don't know what's kind of going on with that. I'm kind of curious.
Is
Why that hasn't moved.
is the subject property the property that that you had told me about? You can make a good 15% on, or is this a different one?
15% on. But are you talking about this property?
This the property that we're that
Looking
wait
at
that
right now? No, no, this is a total. I just now looked at this one right now. This is a totally different one.
got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is a totally different one. I can talk about that one too. Yeah, I can talk about that one too.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's a buy and hold.
Oh, I love buying holds.
That's a buy and hold. I'm actually gonna save this one real quick, actually. Because I'm kind of curious about that. I'll have to call. Actually, I know who this is. Perla. I must have called about this property. I have her number in my phone. Uh,
Well, that's
I'm gonna,
funny.
yeah, yeah, I know her, and I already yeah. So I'm gonna call her and see what's going on with that. So I don't
So
have to change that.
so
Cool.
you basically come here, you get on Privy,
Yeah,
you run comps, and you find other properties, and you call those agents.
yeah, that's exactly what I do. Call an agent, see what's kind of going on, let them know like where I'm coming from, and see if it's an option to go lower or not. If it's not, then we keep pushing. And I say I'm gonna follow you back up, and that's really been it. We've been hitting that hard this week. Like this week and the week before. Like I said, I was off from agents for a little bit doing my credit stuff, but this
Yeah.
week and past week, that's all we've been doing all week, and it's been
Nice.
good. Yeah, it's been good. Been hitting it hard. Um, yeah, let me show you that property we're working on right now. This one actually also came from Dale. Um, this one came from Dale too. This would be his third one, but this is not a creative deal. So this is the property right here, distressed property.
Damn.
Yeah, I know, right? So we
Ooh,
saw.
that one looked good. That one looked profitable. It's
Hey
a
man, I'm trying to tell you, you're not even ready, bro. Because the thing is,
oh my
this one,
goodness.
I got two plans for this one, bro. So the thing is, listen. So the thing is, we have two backup plans for this one. Both of them are profitable. One of them is a sure shot, and the other one is like it's just don't bring more money if we want to take it that way, right? So
Yep.
the idea is this is actually a 6 by 2.5. And so the idea is, if you guys haven't heard of pad split, it's where basically affordable housing for the workforce. So it's basically catering towards like maybe say teachers, grocery shop workers, truck drivers, bus drivers, people that just are in the workforce, right? That
Mhm.
need housing because obviously houses interest rates are still kind of high, so people can't really afford housing right now, or they can't get qualified to do it. Or on the flip side, rents haven't went down. I don't know the last time rents actually went down. Rents are still going up, so it's kind of harder to find or even want to rent right now. So people that are just trying to find a place to lay their head, they ain't really got a family with them. They just like by themselves trying to make it. This is a perfect place for them. So the way pad split works is rent by the room. And so the idea is you want to maximize how many rooms you have in the property. So this one already has 6 by 2.5. Now I want to. The idea is also to make it where you're only coming here to sleep. Like you want to sleep and go to work. It's not bringing family, not bringing your friends, not having parties, not doing any of that. You just coming in and kind of just going to sleep, get your good sleep in, go back to work. So we're also located like right down the street from public transportation if you ain't got no car. So the idea is here we're gonna the living room's like right over here in this area. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull it up on the thing. The living room, where is it at? So the living room's in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. But the idea is to cut the living room in half, so we have no common area. We have a living room, and we split it into two different rooms. And so that's gonna be room 7 and 8. So we're gonna make it an 8 bedroom by 3. And so that's the way we maximize the room. So when we go to pad split in the area, they do the marketing, they do the background checks, they do the backlist. They have actually the thing is this is so profitable. They have a backlist of people waiting to get housing in Dallas from pad split. So they do the management, they do all that kind of stuff. So what they do is they charge an average night they charge an average price per week. So the average is gonna be about 175 in the Dallas area per room. Now that's just for a basic room. Now, if you have a room with a bathroom or a room with a TV or a room with kind of extra little bit amenities, you can charge a lot higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
And so when the math start mathing, I'm not gonna, like I don't know if you want to go into all the math, but like I can do that too. But when the math start mathing, like you're like around 6,500 a month compared to if I were to rent this out traditionally, I can only probably get like 2,500 a month.
Yeah.
Right. And so this is where like you try to find other different exit strategies to kind of get that higher revenue to try to make it make sense as far as putting in the work. Now, I had to find the contractors, the guys to kind of do all this, and they ended up trying to do me for like $70,000 as far as the whole renovation, as far as doing the walls, doing the foundation, doing the roof, doing the AC, doing the heat, was the water heater, all that kind of stuff. Like basically fixing the house all the way up. They're doing it for 70,000.
Man.
And so doing all that money into it, the idea of it is this house is gonna be worth probably running the comps and everything, which I can show you the comps. The house will be worth 350 ARV, right? So here's one comp right here. Well, that's 2023. But a lot of these comps are already only 4 3s and three twos. I'm sorry, 4 2s and 3 2s. So my house would be an 8 3, so it's kind of hard to comp, but the average is gonna be 350 on it. So whenever I refinance out of that, they're gonna tell me to bring 75%. They're only gonna finance 75%, which is right where I needed that to be no money into the deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna pay off the private money lender that brings the money, or pay off the equity partner that brings the money. So they be paid in full. So they really get into the deal for no money into it, and they just get 50% of the deal. Because I don't mind sharing the wealth.
Can you kind of like break that part down?
Yeah,
You said
yeah.
you're going to be no money in the deal.
Yeah. So let me
Yeah.
let me go ahead and bring that down. So I got the whole presentation right here. Let me see.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Let me see. All right, cool. So if you guys are ever looking at, and the thing is, I don't care about showing all this because I already got it under contract. Usually, if you don't have this under contract, don't share none of this.
Yeah.
But yeah. But this is kind of an idea of what you want to kind of formulate if you were looking for, like, say, I have an equity partner right here. So I'm looking for equity partner. I want to be very strict to the point what I'm looking for. Buyer is looking for a funding partner to bring capital to this deal, split 50-50. The funding, I want to illustrate what the funding is going to cover. It's going to cover closing costs, down payment, loan holding costs, initial reservation balance. Equity partner will receive first priority payout after refinancing the hard money loan. Meaning, once we get to once we fix it up and everything like that, we get the appraiser and we get the refinance. It's going to be refinanced at 350. So let's go ahead and do a calculator real quick. And I don't know if you guys can even see my calculator. Can you see it?
Not yet.
Oh yeah, no. Then I don't think you can see it then, because I already pulled it up.
Got, got.
But
It's all good.
yeah, if you guys want to go on your own calculator and just type in and follow with me,
I'll
um,
do it.
yeah, okay, yeah, perfect. 350 times
350,
75%.
75%. You said
Yeah, 75%. Yep.
262, 500.
262 500. So that's what the lender's saying they're gonna bring. That's all they're gonna finance to me. So you can see I'm probably like 7,500% or $75 off, or
Okay.
$7,500 off, right? But the thing is, I'm really not, because I added that into how much I'm asking from the equity partner anyway. So that's just extra buffer in
Got
there just in case. So we'll get to that. So you can see right here, purchase price is 200. Estimated appraisal value, I put 330 just to be conservative, but I know I can get
it.
350. We have the scope of work. You wanna have a scope of work for your lenders and stuff like that. Scope of work idea looks like this. It's just detailing the work that you plan on doing. So the lenders are usually going to ask you for this, and it's just going to showcase the work you're going to do with numbers. So renovation of the bathrooms. I'm gonna change the bathrooms. I'm gonna take out the tubs and make them only showers. So nobody's sitting in there chilling, taking a bubble bath when they got to step out of the room. Like, no, we ain't doing none of that. Taking a shower, get in, get out, type thing.
Yeah.
Create 2 bedrooms in the living room, like I talked about.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, go
I,
ahead.
I wish we could see your term sheet or
You're
scope of
right.
work. I'm sorry,
Oh,
the scope of
that,
work.
that's why you're here, bro.
Oh, yes. There we go. All
So
right.
yeah, I'm sorry guys. This is what a scope of work looks like. So it's just showing the idea of what you plan on doing. You include photos, you include the description of what you plan on doing, what's the idea of your exit strategy, summary of all the major tasks that you're going to be doing. You got the title of what you're going to be doing, the renovations of the bathroom, the bedrooms, the interior paint. You got numbers in there. You got, all the kind of necessities that you plan on fixing up. Now, I also have in here a buffer for miscellaneous for 7,500. Now, that's everything included. I mean, I don't know if something else is going to become a problem, because no renovation goes perfect. I'm gonna tell you
Yep.
again, no renovation goes perfect. There's always gonna be a delay.
Yep.
Expected. There's always gonna be something that you didn't see happen before, or didn't see before, that you have to account for. That's always gonna happen.
Yep.
I honestly might not have a much in here, have enough in here, but I have some extra in the. I'll show you guys later on that. But this is basically a scope of work. That's what you kind of want your scope of work to look like. All right. It's not the
This
perfect thing, but yeah.
the scope of work, did this come from a contractor, or this came from maybe you had went around and started measuring stuff with a measuring stick, or like where did the
Yeah.
scope come from?
Yeah, so all these numbers came from contractors. Like, this is what they quoted me as far as what they said that's what's going to take to do the job. Like, they said the job's going to be able to do this. I can do this. So I had about 4 different contractors. I had one to do the renovation. Had an AC guy professionally come do it, because lenders aren't. And make sure you guys do this. If you're replacing like a big ticket thing, like an AC unit or like a water heater or like a roof, if you're going
Mm-hmm.
to replace it, make sure you get a person that's licensed to do it. Because the only reason I say that is because whenever you're going out to get a lender to like refinance, like I'm trying to do, they're not gonna want like a dude that just knows how to do roofs to do it. Like, they're not gonna say, oh, well, I don't know if he's right. I want somebody that's licensed to do it. That's the
Yeah.
only times I really say bring somebody licensed to do it. Otherwise, I mean, you can get somebody, from the corner or whatever the case is, that like to fix them up. You just don't do it that way. But if you're gonna refinance it out, make sure they're licensed. It hasn't they haven't they're insured.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, so this is like I had a separate foundation guy, I had a separate AC guy, I had a separate roof guy, and then the rest was like just renovations from another guy. So it's about 4 different contractors in this.
Wow.
All right, so that's cool.
So maybe, my bad, not to cut you off,
No,
but
no, no.
most of the looks like the big ticket items are what cost the most, which is you got the AC unit, which is 12,000.
Yeah,
You have the roof that you have to replace, which is 8,500.
yep,
Let me see what else. I think I seen foundation. There we go. It's down there at
yep,
6,500. So you got roof, foundation. The main big ticket items that we look for whenever we're looking at a rehab is you got the roof. You can't see my fingers. God damn it. You got the roof, foundation, electrical, plumbing, and the HVAC system.
yeah.
Those are like the 5 big ticket items. And I was looking at that as you were speaking. So yeah, I'm not a fix and flipper. Like, I don't do the construction side of stuff. I'm
Yeah.
the numbers guy and the person that just talks on the phone. But seeing these numbers, it makes much more sense when investors come in and they ask, well, when was the last time the roof was replaced, or
Mhm.
how old is the water heater, how old is the AC units, how old is the roof? I understand that now. I see, because those cost like
Man,
a lot of money.
man, and when they were throwing this, and so the reason why the AC is so high is because we had to have two different units. We had to have like which I'm learning all this stuff at the same time too. So I'm just taking a dive in it because I have never done a flip, but I've
Not,
been involved in flips. But this is actually a flip I'm gonna be doing.
yeah.
So this one I actually got to learn a lot. So like we have two different units because it's such a big house.
Hmm.
So they added an addition to the other garage unit, so it has its own separate AC unit, and then the house has another unit. So we had to pay for basically two different AC units. Yeah, so I was like, wow, like that's how. Like, I hopefully you can give me a discount. That number still to be determined. He a family friend, so he
Gotcha.
might give me 1,000 or 2. So we'll see how that works.
Damn.
But cool. Let me run through this. So that's how I got the 70,000 for the renovation. So the loan I'm gonna ask the lender is gonna be 270. So I actually got my lender term sheet. He gave me a quote on it, and here's the numbers on it. So, um, uh, so he's giving me a short term 12-month loan. It's a hard money lender, by the way, guys.
Hmm.
Experienced customer. It's because he's a friend as well, so he gives me that kind of status. Um, Even though I never done a flip, but he gave me the ARV on it. So right here, this is what the meat and potatoes are. So basically, this is how much they're gonna loan me up to. So 240. So I said I need two. I said I need 270 for the whole job. They're gonna loan me up to 240 for it. And so they're gonna charge me a 11.5 interest rate, 11.49, and they're gonna charge me points. So you want to talk about what points are?
Yeah, as soon as I can see the term sheet.
Oh, I didn't share it, bro. I don't ever be sharing. I be
It's
tripping.
all good. It is all good.
Yeah, so I'm on this side, guys. I apologize. I'm on this side. We're talking about this. This is the meat and potato part.
Perfect. I should have stopped you a long time ago, but you was already in the
I mean,
groove. I'm
talk.
like, man, it's getting juicy. But pretty much points are usually hard money lenders. They charge points like, hey, you got to pay to play. If you want to, if you want us to loan you money, and we, either we don't know you, or this is just our fee for loaning you this money, then hey, we're going to charge you 1 or 2% of the total loan amount, which they call points.
Mhm.
So points is basically, it'll be 1 to maybe 3, or maybe they'll charge you. Sometimes people charge up to like 4 points. I won't use them, but there are some hard money lenders that will go up to like 4 points, which is
Yeah.
4% of the total borrowed amount.
hmm That's important. Borrowed amount, not the
Yes,
purchase amount.
yes.
Yeah. Cool. Perfect. So yeah. So they're gonna charge me 2.75 points, which is pretty standard. I feel like for everybody.
Mhm.
It's basically about 275 points. Um, Down payment, I had to bring $30,000 to the table. Underwriting, so this is all the little stuff he was saying, like all the other little stuff I had to pay. So underwriting fee, origination fee, everybody got that. Closing fee. So after everything, estimation, closing, and total and down payment, everything like that, it's gonna be 38,000, close to 40,000. Now down here, what it means is he wants, like, they want me to have like at least like another point 0.5 in there to have as liquid, just in case, like, this number's changed, because all these are estimates, right?
Yeah.
So just in case, you might want to have another 3,600 is what it's saying, added to this number. Now, debt service, what this means is basically saying, I want you to have 21.6. I want you to have this $21,000. I want you to have this liquid in some account that you own. I want you to, whether it's another business you have, whether it's in your 401k, whether it's in your bank account, I want you to have this liquid. Doesn't mean you have to bring this to the table. It just means I need to make sure you have this liquid in some account to make sure that, like, okay, you're good enough to bring this deal. Like, you're good enough to like have this type of loan.
I know what liquid mean, but what if
Okay, yeah. So
and I
liquid means basically is how
water?
fast you can make, like, whatever, make it cash, like in your hand, like like quick, like how fast, how liquid is this? Sometimes there's hard liquid things, like if you're going through like I don't know what's some hard liquid. If you're like in stocks or something like that, it takes time for you to get your money and actually make it like green in your hand. But if
Yeah,
it's like something like it's in your bank account, like I can go to Wells Fargo right now and that's liquid. Like I can pay that
that's
right now. That's like fast liquid.
yep.
So that's what liquid means. It depends on how fast you can access that money,
Love it.
right? Cool. Let's scroll down a little bit. Now this kind of breaks down into monthly payments as far as like what my monthly rate's going to be and stuff like that. You can see right here monthly interest payments. What they're doing is a simple interest loan on it, so I'm paying 16.27 a month, which is really great actually.
Simple interest.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. So simple interest. So uh,
It's funny because I know
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in love with you, but
Yeah,
right
but before you asked, I was like, okay, you trying to make sure I tell them what it is. But basically, it's two types of loans. It's one that is amortized, and there's one that is you charge simple interest. So a simple interest is basically what you're doing is you're taking a loan. Say, for instance, what's up, man?
now.
Okay, give me 1 second. I get your popsicle or a mint.
You can go get a popsicle. I can explain simple
Okay,
interest.
bet, perfect.
All right. So pretty much, simple interest is like I love using simple interest. I call it interest only. Interest only payments or simple interest is just basically if I borrow $5 from, let's just pretend I borrow $5 from Damien. I say, Damien, hey, bro, I need $5 for like, 5 years. And Damien says, okay, here's $5. I will let you borrow this $5 for 5 years, but I'm going to charge you, 10% interest on this $5 for the next 5 years. So he's charging me 10% interest annually. And each time I make a payment to Damien, that $5 never goes down. That $5 never decrease. Like that $5, it stays the same. It remains the same. So no matter how much money I pay Damien every single month on that $5, I still owe him $5 at the end of 5 years. It's just interest only payments. There is nothing that I can do that's going to make that $5 go down to $4, $3, $2. Everything is just interest only. It's simple interest.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. So yeah, so that's all I'm paying. So I'm still gonna have to owe them that 270 that I'm sorry, that 240 that I'm borrowing. Even though
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying them every single month for this, I'm still have to owe them 240 at the end of the day. Like
Yep.
that's not gonna change. So yeah. All right, cool. So that's just the term sheet. I'm gonna try to run through this too. It's not much left anyway. So this
Oh,
basically just expressed what was on the term sheet. So the down payment was 30,000. Added with the closing cost was estimated around 10K because I added that little buffer they wanted me into in there.
I don't know if you can see.
Oh, wait, I don't know. Oh, I think I just deleted the whole thing. Did I? Oh, that's why.
It's just me and you on the
Yeah,
screen.
I was looking on the other tab. I didn't even see. I didn't even see the thing.
All good.
All right, cool. All right, y'all can see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bet. So down payment was 30,000. Closing costs I estimated about 10,000 because I added that little buffer they wanted me to in there just in case things change.
Yeah.
Now I have initial reserve. So with my
I got
initial
a
reserve,
question.
yeah, go ahead.
Closing costs. How did you kind of estimate closing costs? Like, did you just kind of like just randomly just say, okay, it might be, roughly 10,000? And if you did randomly say that, how did you randomly come up with that random number?
Yeah,
Was it
so
percentage of the purchase price or?
yeah, so what I did was I'll use part of it from the lender term sheet because it gave me actually like a closing cost for them.
Okay.
And that was like around it was like around $8,000, right?
Got
And I added like a little buffer of like around
like 2,000.
like 2,000 in there just in case things change from that. Now this doesn't include title closing costs,
Got
right?
you.
So I probably need to change this probably by like a little, probably like by another 3,000. So typically when I'm doing title closing costs, I'm doing about 2% of the purchase price.
I'm gonna write that down. 2% of the purchase price for closing costs.
Yeah, about 2% of the purchase price is what I do for closing costs. and that's just to be careful. I mean, it could be lower depending on what title company you go to. If you have a good relationship, they may throw in some discounts and stuff like that. But I think a good rule of thumb is to have 2% towards closing costs. I don't have that in here because I was just gonna make it towards the term sheet, but that's kind of why I made my initial reserve just in case 7,500 for that closing cost. So
Got
these kind of almost tie into each other too. This is like for a multitude of things.
Yeah.
I usually try to match it. Initial reserves is for anything. Like I'm saying, like if I need extra money in the rehab, I got a buffer on the rehab, I could go past that. So
Yeah.
if I need some extra money for that, then that's what that's for. If I need more, like I say 3 months right here for my PITI, I might need more than 3 months. So I need for that. Like Jazz was talking about my closing costs. I might be off on my numbers a little bit. That's why it says estimated. I could be off on that too. So that might be the money I take towards there to, make sure that gets satisfied. So I always say make sure you have initial reserves. I usually just match my holding costs. What I try to do or be somewhere around there. It's no rule of thumb that I kind of use. Unless do you have one that you kind of use for initial reserves?
So usually I'm kind of like you. I usually do between 3 to 6 months. I'm not really a fix and flipper,
Mm-hmm.
so I rarely see terms. I'm a creative guy. I buy everything creatively. But as far as reserves for me, I usually put back between 3 to 6 months. If I'm in a hood, more than likely I'm gonna put back 6 months. If I'm like in an okay area, like a B class area, I'll put back, at least three, sometimes 4 months of reserves just in case. And the only reason why I went up to 4 months is because I had a rental out in Norfolk, Virginia, or for the people that's in Virginia, Norfolk. I had a rental out there, and my partner and we waited at least 4 months before we got approved for our inspection. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, so I think I kind of I added a little bit of a buffer up in there. So anytime I'm running my numbers now, instead of me doing 3 months, I kind of add a little bit more. I had that 1 month, that
Yeah.
fourth month, just in case, because I don't want to come out of pocket to pay. I don't want to go
Yeah.
back to the lender or my private lender and be like, hey, buddy, I need to borrow like $1,600 more for the
Yes, sir.
mortgage, like and cut the yards. And you're like, bro, what are you what? But usually roughly between 3 to 6 months of reserves, and that's 3 to 6 months of the mortgage. Obviously, you have interest only payment, so you're gonna have to pay your hard money lender,
Hmm.
and I borrow enough for my utilities or monthly expenses, which is water, lights, gas, and lawn care.
Yeah.
Usually, what I do is I just take $100 per utility or per expense, and I would multiply all those expenses by four because we got four expenses. I'm sorry. I will multiply each of those by three,
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
like basically 3 months. So that'll be like $1,200 if we're in a good neighborhood, and I'll multiply it by six if we're like in the hood, in the C class area. But that's how I come up with my reserves between 3 to 6 months of mortgage and utilities.
Yeah. And I like that a lot because that's honestly like the best thing you can do. Like I when it comes to numbers and estimating, when I don't know for sure numbers, I'm over being conservative. So like if I say like my payments are gonna be 16, I think it was like 1,700 basically. Like I'm gonna put like another like probably cough like a grown man. I'm gonna put like another like I know utility's not gonna be $700, but I'm gonna do that anyways
Mhm.
because I rather be like safe than sorry that I
Yep.
didn't like save enough for the utilities or for the mortgage. Like I'm gonna do that. So these numbers are really inflated as far as how much it really gonna cost me in the month. Because at the end of the day, I learned who was it from? Munif. He was like, always ask for too much from your private money lenders because at the end
Yeah.
of the day, you're gonna end up paying them back sooner, or you're gonna actually use that and need it, and you'd be happy you had it without having to go back and maybe mess up your reputation or whatever the case is.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely learned that early. So I didn't even try to chance it. So every time I have a chance, I'm overestimating everything. Cool. So yeah, that's a hard money cost. Like Jess was saying, I got my PITI that we saw in the term sheet and the utilities added for in there. to be about 3 months worth of 7,500. So that's where I get my total of my 55K all in fee. So idea is to bring equity, a capital partner, bring in here to bring that 55,000 um, to put towards the deal to fund everything basically. And the idea is for them to get refinanced back out, and we may be 8,000 or $7,500 short, or we may be able to kind of get an 80% loan and be on top. It may makes a difference. Or I mean, like I said, this new reserve, if I hit everything right, which I probably won't, then we got our 7,500 right here. So that means there's still no money into the deal.
I
But
love it.
yeah, so that's kind of where that comes in. Um, so going back to like the how you want to present a deal to like an equity partner or lender, you want to give a brief description of kind of what you want to do. I'm not gonna read this, but you guys can glance at it. It's basically talking about pad split, the benefits of it, how it works. Reason why I like it is because it caters to the workforce. It's not like a vacation rental. So people, even though people aren't going on vacations, this is people that gotta work. People gotta work and they gotta sleep somewhere. And they can't afford where they're trying to be at. So this is the most affordable option for them. So like I said, they're on back order for a lot of people. Now, a plan B, what I have is I have a close connection that I have with a women's shelter operator. He provides housing for domestic violence for women in housing. So he does clothing, food, therapy, shelter, all those kind of things. I love him. He's a great dude. I want to give him like as many houses as I can, honestly. But he operates and runs those. So he finds property. Like he has an influx of women that have been calling his company in Dallas, and he doesn't have any properties because he's mainly in Fort Worth.
Hey, can I stop you right there?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a property in Dallas right now, like right now.
Okay,
It is
what's up?
a 5 bed,
Oh,
5
good.
bed, two or three baths, and it's worth like $800,000. The seller wants 50 grand in his pocket to walk away.
Okay,
So
okay,
uh, rents over there are like 3,500 up to like 42, 45, somewhere around there.
okay.
But if we can, I'm sorry, I had to.
No, I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down. Go ahead.
I can give you the address and everything.
Okay, because
We're
he's definitely open to that 100%. And he can give up rents like that. Like he can do that. Like for this one, he's giving me 45. Like guaranteed. Like he went to go walk it with me. He said, "I'll give you 45." Like verbal. Like he said, if you get it done, then like I'll give you 45. We'll rent it out. We'll pay for utilities. We'll pay for furnishing. We'll do all that kind of stuff.
I gotta call my partner in like one
Oh yeah.
second.
Hey man, I knew we get
Hey
it done.
partner, I got you live. Hello. I got you on YouTube live right now. So while we're live, Damien was explaining that he have a partner that basically shelters women that's going through stuff. And he's partnered with this guy. And I think Damien is collecting like $4,500 a month on one of the properties.
It's
And so
government money too.
So he said the guy, he doesn't have anything in Dallas right now, and he needs some stuff out there in Dallas. You know what I thought about? White Rock Lake, dude. Let's do it. So when I get off the phone, when I get off the live, I want you to. I probably put us in a group text, but they need the address so that he can send it to his guy, so that we may have to schedule a walkthrough after we close or something like that. But I think this would be a really good opportunity, like maybe a second or third option.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. That's all I wanted to hear. I appreciate you, Ben.
Hey, Damien.
Ben the boss. Ben the boss. What's up, my man?
What's up, big dog? Hey,
good to hear from you, my man.
You heard him?
What did he say?
Man, I'm just trying to do my first deal with you, but I heard you're the king of the South.
Man, come on now. That's you and Jab. Stop playing with me. But I appreciate it though. I ain't gonna say no.
Bro, listen, we need one more person to make this a full Oreo cookie. So,
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I like Oreos, man. It's all good. Let me know what's up.
hey, Jazz, his name is Damien.
Oh, he could fit in the ZBN, huh?
Oh, good. Hey, man, let me know something, man.
Damien. Hey, pray about it, think about it, we'll talk.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, Damien, 9831 Galway Drive, Galway.
How you spell that again?
Galway.
Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and look it up.
All right, perfect.
Sure. Yeah, he was begging me. He's like, "Hey, man, please, like, I need something out here in Dallas." I'm like, "All right, man." I just texted him today.
Hey, Jabs, we got 2 properties. We haven't moved on Irving either, so we can do a bundle package.
Dude, this would be sweet.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he needs some Dallas properties, and he's government funded, so he's getting paid. Like the government is paying for it all, so he got it.
Listen, if Jabs likes it, I'm in.
Okay, cool.
Oh, thank you, Ben.
If he blesses it, then I'm taking it too.
Right. All right,
bro.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye.
All right, bro. If you want to, you can look at it on Zillow.
Oh, I'm definitely going to. Absolutely. And then I'll definitely shoot it to him because he drives out. He does all that kind of stuff. It's him and his wife. They do the community, like they had some past history before, like in the domestic violence area, and now they just want to help people out and do the best they can. So I love the family; they're great people, and like I said, I want to help them the best I can. So, 100% down for that. And she already knows, like that's one of my passion things. Like I want to like own like a property that's like dedicated to sheltering women. I haven't had any issues with that. I just want to really do that. I don't know why, but
yeah.
I don't have any family members like that, but yeah. Cool. So that's that. I have.
Sorry for the breakup, man. I had to. I was like,
no, that's good, man. I mean, you're making money, man. That's all it is. So this is the estimate of the numbers. I can kind of go through this really. What I have here is basically just kind of like, if we refinance out at like 280, at 21. This is kind of the breakdowns of like what we can kind of expect to get paid, basically. So
is this on the sheet?
There we go,
bro. I hate okay. There you go. I hate interrupting.
No, so we say we refinance at 280. Let's just say it ended up being 280, not 270. So we got to pay maybe a hard money lender or a private money lender or something like that. Whatever the case is, this is worst case scenario. It's at 280. So our monthly payment, he already told me I'll be at 8.5 at the highest amount. It could be lower, but my monthly payment for my PI would be 2152. All right, so we're going to the checklist. I put 2155 because I like rounding up and being conservative. So I guess before I get to how I got these numbers, I guess you can kind of see. I actually had a consultation with Pad Split, had a FaceTime with them. I walked with them through the property. If you guys don't know, they have great customer service. But I walked through the property with them. I pointed everything out. They told me where the numbers would be at. The management team was there. They showed me how they do properties and how they manage them and all that kind of good stuff. So this is the numbers they kind of gave me. So if our 8-bedroom at 175 a week, it could be up 1,400 a week. 1,400 a week times 4.3 weeks a month, which is how they equate it, is $6,000 minimum. Right. Now, these are just different scenarios of how you could charge a room. Like when I was talking about adding a TV to each room, adding more value to like the bigger rooms for it, having like a separate bathroom. All these things can add like a lot of value easily, right? So it can go up to about 6,500 with these 3 different scenarios in there. So I have a range in there. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna go back and make sure I switch it. Okay. All right, so now here you have the revenue streams of how much a month it cost or how much revenue it would bring in. I took off 600 for utilities. How? It just once you get bills, you kind of get a feel for it. And plus, this is a really big house, so the bill might be this big, and plus you got 8 different people living in it. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was higher. Honestly. Mm-hmm. I checked these out at the tax office, not tax office. What's it called? Tax appraiser office. I got that's where I got this information from. It was really like 67, but I did 7,000. So insurance, same way. Get a quote for it for 3,000. Probably get cheaper for that. We talked before about saving 5% for your maintenance and repairs and stuff like that. Now, this is their management fee that they charge. But you're completely hands off. This is Pad Split. Completely hands off of it. And just in case they have any vacancies or anything like that, like all the rooms are not filled. Now, typically, past split tenants, they stay in the properties for about 8 months at a time, like on an average of like 6 to 12 months at a time. So
Right.
averagely is about 8 months they stay the property. So the turnover is very actually low. Like it's actually surprisingly low. I didn't know it was gonna be that low. Uh,
Will you be self-managing this, or will you have like
no,
property manager?
no. So they manage everything. They do the
Oh,
background checks. They do the screenings. They do the marketing. They have a whole platform they do for marketing. They do everything. They do literally. They do the pictures. They do a coming soon before we're even ready. They do all that before we're even ready. So
mm,
they on top of it. So they earn their 15% definitely. Um, so yeah, so that's what the lowest side of it with the 6,000. Now, if I do the average or kind of higher side of it, same numbers into it, we're looking at around 1287, right, a month. Again, if we refinance out and we're no money into it, I mean that's just infinite cash on cash return. But even if we have like maybe say $10,000 into it, that's still like a 50-60% return on
yeah.
your investment. I think that's actually more than that. That's a lot more. I think it's like 100 almost. But yeah, I
We
think
got
it's huh?
we have Frederick Newsom. He said, "Hello, brothers. Question: Closing costs. You need to bring $38,090 and $63,339. Please
Uh-huh.
go over this again."
Yeah, I can go over that. Let me go back.
Thanks would say you probably sneezed when I said it. So
No, it's all good. Let me see. Can y'all see that?
yes,
Okay,
surprisingly,
good.
yes.
Yeah. I'm on it now. I ain't doing
Oh,
back.
go. Let's go.
Let me see. All right. So here's the term sheet. So you're referring to. Oh wait, let me make sure I switch it. I'm
There you
on.
go.
Yeah. So what Fred is talking about is this part right here, the 38,000, 38,000. So what this closing cost was including the down payment for the 30,000, and then all these other fees end up being like around the 8,090, right? So if I'm going back over here, switching screen, you can see right here I have my 30,000 down payment, and instead of having 8,000, I actually put another 2,000 just to bump it up a little bit because it things might change at that point in time where it might be a little bit more. And I also got to account for my closing costs for that title company. So I got to pay my title company to close and everything like that too, which I'm honestly may have to bump this up a little bit more. But again, I got my initial reserve just in case all these numbers are wrong, or if I gotta put some more money towards my closing costs. I got this extra money right here, so I can put towards it. Hope did that make sense?
Hmm.
Hopefully. Um, cool. But that was a good question because somebody else might have missed it. All right. So yeah, I went over this one. So this is the pass split way, right? So I have another. This is the second option that we were talking about was the women's shelter, right? So he told me that he could do 4,500 a month on this one. Um, and so the payments will still be the same at the bank. All this will still be the same. Now he's gonna take care of utilities. They also take care of utilities, so I don't have to worry about utilities now, and I don't also have to manage it. I don't have to manage it, and I have to worry about utilities, and I have to furnish it. And I don't gotta knock down a wall to make 2 bedrooms. I can just leave it as a 6 bedroom. So that's another saving in the renovation costs. Um, so with this way, I'm still making $1,000, and I can have a full time tenant for like probably the next few years. So I can probably book him for like at least 2 years, maybe 3 years, and don't have to worry about vacancies. So I can probably really just take this off if I wanted to. Plus he's getting funded by the government, so the government don't miss no payments, right?
Yep.
So I could take that off. I'm probably not, but I could take it off probably. So I mean, even if we went this way with it, it's still not bad. It's secure money. I mean, if you wanted to be a little bit more hungry, we can go for this one, and make like maybe $200 extra, probably more maybe. I think I'll still be a
Mhm.
little conservative on those numbers. Or you can just take the safe way and kind of do the women's shelter and don't worry about management. Do it to a good cause. Well, I mean, both are good causes, I guess. But yeah, I mean, this is what you kind of want to have. You want to have a game plan. This is my first game plan, and then this is my second game plan. if my first game plan doesn't work, because I know this is a sure bet. Like he told me verbally, like I can do 4,000, 4,500. Like let me know when you got the project done. Like we need one. So yeah. So that's. Did I not share the screen? Nope.
Yes, you are now.
Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, guys. So the reiterated. This is the women's shelter percentage right here. Um, Same cost here. So I'm doing no utilities, no management right here, and it's still getting about $1,000 compared to this on the high, maybe the average end getting 1,200, maybe 1,300. This one we can kind of secure this one for like the next few years. Have a women's shelter being ran and rented, and make $1,000 a month from it, and probably be no money into it. So that's the plan with this one, man.
I love it, bro.
That's
I
the plan
love
with this one. And the idea is bringing somebody on as an equity partner. Got my comps in there, got the viability, how I'm securing them. But yeah, bringing somebody as an equity partner. They bring the funds. As long as we get it closed and we refinance out, they could be no money into it. And we could still get paid and split it 50-50. So that was a didn't expect to go over that today, but
it.
that's what it is.
Oh, good, bro. So, did you get the chance to look at the flip, like the updates on Arbalon?
No, I think you sent me a video, right?
Yeah, I
Question.
got it pulled up.
Oh yeah. Let me I'll go back to I gotta find the tab. Let me see. You wanna share it?
I will.
Yeah, I missed all these comments. Hey guys, hand purple blue. What? Hand purple blue piece. Oh, I guess that's emoji. Um, it hasn't spelled out, so it didn't say like what it was. It says hand purple blue piece.
That's funny. The hand purple blue pea.
Is this dispo? Is this dispo? No, this is not dispo. This is a buy and hold. This is one that we just found on the market, and we planned on renovating it and then refinancing it out. Let me see. There we go. Yeah. What else? Something else. I saw this again recently. Oh, Courtney made the video for it. I think. That's what you were showing me.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. I think she already
Oh
posted
my
it.
goodness. What? Wait, you serious?
Yeah, I think she posted the
wait.
video.
She couldn't
Well, no,
have.
not.
Hold on.
I think she did. Oh, that's a dope.
Bro,
Is that
I
the
don't
one
hold
in
on.
her office?
One thing, Damien, I don't pay you to think. Okay? That's the thing, bro. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. No, that's dope.
I say that I say that all the time to my partner. He's like, you don't pay me at all. So
Oh man, Pete went crazy with the marble walls.
yes, dude. This
He said that's
is
really affordable too.
oh my goodness, she did made it. She made it.
She did. Did she post it?
She posted it. It's a
Okay.
short.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, this is crazy.
That's a really nice. I like, but he did, and then setting like staging is so important. Like
Oh yes.
it really creates the vibes as far as like what a buyer like would see like when they're living there. Like I can literally see myself showering in that shower. I don't know what that's doing there, but
Yep.
that stool threw me off, or that step behind threw me off. But
Yeah.
everything else like I could just see myself living there. Like marble walls, crazy. I really like that a lot.
Yeah. He spent like $3.50 per
I think they renovating the whole place just for $3.
not thing. But dude, Peter, he's probably one of the best partners I've done a fix and flip with.
Yeah.
And only done two. I've only done two fix and flips.
Bro, it's just crazy. When I first saw this place, like I can still see myself walking through all the ways and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like I can see it to fruition. Like it's kind of like what I saw it. I saw it like looking like this, but then now it's like on a whole nother level.
Yeah, Yeah, it's
Oh, he
like
made that a closet? That's dope.
yes, yes.
I was
It's a
actually curious what you were gonna do with it. Because it was a
walk.
small area, but it was
Yep.
like I didn't know it was gonna be like an office or like a but you put the office on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only it was a 3x2, right? 3x3.
Yeah,
It
it was a 3-2,
was a 3-2, okay.
and now it's a full 3-bed,
Woo,
3-bath. And this
woo.
man is ready to go. We got the sign in the front yard. The minute that I saw us growing grass, I knew I was like, yeah, this finna be a good one.
Oh
This
yeah.
because we started with no grass at all. It was I think October or November when we closed on this one, and we had no grass at all, and that was kind of scary to me because I'm like, who's gonna buy a house with no grass? Like, and the contractors they went out there, man, they worked hard. Shout out to Julio for this, him, his pops, the
Oh
whole
yeah,
team,
sure guys.
Peter. Man, this project is one of like I can say that squatting up with people is probably one of the best decisions that any investor can make. You
Yeah,
don't want to you don't want to try to do this stuff on your own.
yeah,
Like
at all.
this is just something that you can't describe this in words. If I show you guys the before, you'll be like, this is not the same house.
You
And
check
it
it
is.
before, right?
I do have videos of before.
Yeah.
I wonder where is it? Let me see it. I'm gonna stop sharing really quick and
Yeah, go ahead.
we got like 8 minutes left.
Yeah,
But
yeah, no, that's no
uh,
worries. So guys, when I first saw this house, you can literally like when you walk in, you can feel like I don't know what it is, but you could just feel like this house is gonna be good. Like once things go together, like I'm talking about it was in shambles. It wasn't in shambles. It wasn't nothing like tore up. It was just like old, right? It was just
yeah,
old, really outdated. Like back in like I don't even know when the house was built, but like it felt like it was built like in 1950. That's the way it looked. Like everything was old, but like you could see the potential when you walk in. And I think I walked in when it was like already a little bit of stuff happening, like the flooring. I think is one of the first things you guys did.
yep,
And like when I saw that, I was like, okay, I see the potential. He was telling me about it, and I didn't realize that I wasn't even stepping on like the real flooring. I was stepping on like it covered up or something like that until like Peter told me, and he was like telling me like his vision of like what he's kind of going on here. I'm having a chandelier here. I'm gonna do this here. The kitchen gonna be over there. And I was like, okay, I see what you're talking about. Fireplace like that. I was like, okay, cool. And then I think I came again like a second time. I think I came again a second time, and I saw the progression. I was like, okay, like I see definitely where it's going. And so like looking at it now, it's like I don't know the comparison I can use, analogy I can use,
it
but
is crazy.
it's like a whole different thing. Like I thought I got his vision, but now it's like he did something totally different.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if we have a walkthrough video.
Oh, you wanna while you're looking for that, you wanna talk about the overview of the deal, cost, reno, selling price?
Ooh, so we paid how much time we got left? 6 minutes. So we paid $575,000 for this property. This is my first $1 million flip, by the way. This deal came from another wholesaler who's also an investor, who's also a sub-2 student, who's also my partner on this multifamily deal. But the list goes on. So we came together, and he said, "Hey, Jabs, we want to present this deal to you." And the numbers didn't work when they presented it. It looked good, but the numbers didn't work. Originally, they were asking $635,000. So, and I said, "Hey, guys, I would love to, buy it at this price, but it just doesn't make any sense." At the time, my ARV was around 950 up to 1 million. So I said, at 635, guys, this is way above my pay grade. And they were like, okay, well, what do you need to be to make it work? We want to work with you. And I said, okay, well, I'm at a price where you guys probably would want to slap me or maybe punch me in the stomach. And so they were like, dude, just give it to me. So I said, okay, I'm at 565. And they were like, wow. And I'm cringing. I'm like, oh crap! I just super low balled them. But I explained, like, I'm like, this is where it would make sense for me. I'm not trying to lowball anyone, but they were like, no, we're saying wow because we have it under contract for 575.
Oh
And I'm
wow.
like, Oh my goodness. Wow. So me being creative, I'm like, well, rather than me fight, over price, why don't I just why don't I buy for 575 and pay y'all on the back end? And so they were like, and it was Myron. That's my guy. I love Myron.
Mhm.
Myron looked at me and he gave me like this face, and it wasn't a disappointed face. It was like, dude, that's like a relief kind of face. So he said, okay. Like,
Real quick.
he was like, okay. So I'm like, oh, like you okay? Like, okay, we're gonna sign a contract, okay? But so we literally stood in the kitchen table, or not at the kitchen table, but the living room, the dining room table, and we shook hands. We got the contract signed for 575. They actually bought the private lender as well, and how we structured it was we paid ourselves up front. So they got paid and we got paid. So we assigned it over to one of my companies for 585 so that we could split 10,000. It
Mhm.
went 60% went to them, 40% went to us because we were the buyers. They worked hard. So we were like, hey guys, you guys can, you can take majority of the funds up front. But just remember that we're also going to pay you on a back end as well. It's just the spread is not there right now. So later on, our original rehab amount, our budget was 180. We were
Mhm.
looking at about $180,000, and that was just going to be like a traditional go in there and do the cosmetic work. But we went above and beyond and did like some way better finishes,
Yeah.
which you can see like the upgrades. And we also added, in addition to the bathroom, the middle bathroom, the guest bathroom. It was a half bath. So what Peter did was he extended it and he made it a full bath. So now we got a shower in there. We got pretty much like the whole 9 yards in this extra bathroom, which it raised the value of the home. And the finishes is just it's insane.
It is. Yeah.
Our new sales price, originally we were going to sell it for like 1 million up to 1.1. Our new sales price is now 1.3 million, and we're listing that next week.
Love that. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
It's been a
Nah,
fun project.
that's gonna be exciting, man. And the thing is, I don't know. Have you did like research on the? I mean, I know you guys did comps and everything. How you found the price?
Yes.
So how do you guys feel? Because I know we got to end real quick. I'm just curious. How do you guys feel about how fast like those $1 million homes fast? Is it faster than usual? Like than like these traditional homes, or is it like a little bit longer because it does cost so much?
I'm going to say first, make sure that your financing is in place. You don't want to make any mistakes, like Damien was saying earlier, with the hard money costs, because
Absolutely. Oh,
that
$1 bro, I die every day.
that will cause a strong delay
Yeah.
on your project. But this one, to be quite honest, because this is my first heavy flip, it kind of went by a little bit faster than the first one to me. The first one that I did, it wasn't as big as this one. This one is like 3,500 square feet. But I think we spent from October up until now. We closed in October. We didn't start the project until like November because of financing
Yeah.
and all of that stuff. But we didn't start until November. So November, December, January, February, March, April, May. That's a good 6 months. So we're looking at 6 to 7 months to get this thing to the finish line. But I don't think I'm impatient. So I really can't answer the question. I'm impatient. But I don't think it took long. It was just the financing part is what actually took the longest, because we had we had a couple hiccups during the process.
Okay.
Oh, there it go.
Now, you think it's gonna sell fast on the market, or is it tend to go slower?
Yeah, this one was just going to sell really fast. When we looked at the comps, we were seeing houses fly off the market like in 2 days, 3 days, upwards of like 8 days on the market.
Especially
But
now. Yeah,
yeah,
especially in the summertime. Like y'all gonna hit a perfect time.
yep. And that's exactly like we kind of had a really good plan. We were expecting to get this done by February, maybe mid-March, but the fact that we're going into summertime, like this is actually like very, very helpful. Like I think this is going to help us with the sale of this house versus us selling it in like January once, because it's still kind of wintertime around that time in January. But this thing should fly off the market, bro.
Yeah.
We did our research. We were looking at 3 days, upwards of like 8-9 days on the market.
Oh man, I hope it does. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Do it in a week. Just knock it out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's up. Well, congrats. Hopefully everything works out there. You say you're gonna go live starting next week?
Yes.
Okay, bet. I'll be on the lookout.
Already, bro.
I'll be on the lookout. All right, guys. Well, that took a turn. I didn't know we were gonna go that way with it, but we always find a way to do what we do. So hopefully you guys got some value from that. And as promised, we are gonna have some interviews. I got 2 listed up, but Zach is one. He said he's cool with it.
Let's go.
Dylan, Dylan from the area.
Yes, I do know Dylan.
Yeah. So he's also offered to do an interview too. So I think that'd be 2 dope dudes to kind of hear the perspective on what they're doing. They're doing 2 different things. So let's go and get them up there.
Let's go, man. I'm ready.
All right, guys. Well, y'all have a good night. And yeah, man. All right. Text me, please.
Okay.
All right.